Event 2.3 for the 2013 Battle on the Border. This is going to be a chipper style workout with a 14-minute time cap. It's going to start off with 20 shoulder to overhead, 20 ball slams, 20 kettlebell sumo deadlift high pull, 20 kettlebell swings, 20 burpees, 20 bar climbs. You're going to work your way back doing the exact same things in the same order: 20 burpees, 20 kettlebell swings, 20 sumo deadlift high pulls, 20 ball slams, 20 shoulder to overhead. Okay, we'll take a look at the RX men weight. They're going to do 155 pounds for their shoulder to overhead, 53 pounds for their kettlebell. RX women, 105 pounds for their shoulder to overhead, and 35 pounds for their kettlebell. Scaled and Masters men division, they will be using 95 pounds for their shoulder to overhead, 44-pound kettlebell. The women's scaled and masters, they'll be using 75 pounds for their shoulder to overhead and 30 pounds for their kettlebell. This is also the only division, that's women's scaled and masters, that'll be scaling their bar climbs. They'll be doing side to sides. The med ball weight will be the same in all divisions. Men will be using 20-pound medicine ball. Females will be using a 14-pound medicine ball. We're going to go over all the movement standards for this event. First one, shoulder to overhead. We're looking for a few things here. First one is we want to see the bar starting in rack position on the shoulders. Second, we want to see full extension knees, hips, and elbows at the top. Third, we want to see you in control of the bar. Lastly, we want to see that bar right over top the midline of your body. You see there, the first variation we're going to accept is the strict press. Second one, a push press. Third one, a push jerk. Last, the split jerk. Just make sure on that split jerk, you return those feet back under your shoulders. Make sure that bar, again, is in control before you bring it back down. We're going to take a look at some no reps for the movement of the shoulder overhead. This first one, I'm moving too quickly throughout this movement. I'm not locking those knees out in full extension. Also, the bar is not in control at the top. This next one, first rep, you see, I am not in control before I bring the bar back down. The second one, I do get that little second at the top where there's the pause where I'm in control. Here again is just another example of not being in control of the bar before bringing it down. Ball slams. We're looking for 3 points here. First one is reaching full hip and knee extension. Second is that ball touching your back, right below your neck. And then third, the ball touching the ground. We're going to look at some obvious no reps when it comes to the ball slam. First one is the ball not touching behind my neck. Next, not opening those hips and knees to reach full extension at the top. Kettlebell sumo deadlift high pull. The standard for this movement is for each rep, it starts and ends the kettlebell touching the ground. You're going to bring the kettlebell all the way up to your clavicle. Also, making sure that you reach full hip and knee extension at the top. Let's take a look at some bad reps when it comes to sumo deadlift high pull. Here, the kettlebell is touching the ground, but I'm not bringing it up to the required level. Here, I am bringing it up high enough, but the base of the kettlebell is not touching the ground after each rep. We'll just take another view at this, same thing. Height of the kettlebell, and then the base of the kettlebell. Missing those two standards. Last one, you'll notice I don't reach full extension of my hips and knees. Again, which is a no rep. Kettlebell swing standards for this competition. First, at the bottom of the swing, we want to see your forearms touch the inner part of your thighs. At the top, we want to see full hip and knee extension. Also, those elbows locked out. We want to see that base of that kettlebell parallel with the roof with you in control of it. You also should be able to see your ear on the other side of your arm. Let's look at some bad reps when it comes to the kettlebell swing. So again, in this competition, we want to see the base of that kettlebell parallel with the roof. We want to see those hips and knees locked out. Here you can see that is a good rep. You do not need to pause that at all at the top. And here, hips aren't opening up. knees aren't opening up. Now we'll just view from the front some examples of the elbows not locking out. These are all things judges will be looking for throughout this movement. So make sure in this chipper you really don't waste reps. Ensure that those standards are made and hit every time. Alright, everybody's favorite, the burpee. So in this competition, our standard is going to be hand release at the bottom, and a 2-foot takeoff at the top. We want to see you in full extension in the vertical plane, so no supermaning it. As you can see, our standard for our hands is we are going to be touching our hands behind our head, again in that full extension, making it reach in the vertical plane. No rep burpees. First two examples here, I'm not getting full extension in the hips. Hands are clapping behind my head, so I am good. This next one, this is what we call supermaning. Look at that awesome extension, but again, I'm not in that vertical plane. Next, no hand release. You can go back down, then release your hands, then come back up for a good rep. That would count in the competition. Here, hand release was good, but I didn't clap behind my head. You don't have to go back down. You can't just finish the rep off. You can get up any way you want. We just have to see a 2-foot takeoff, right? Hands clap behind your head. Bar climbs. Bar climbs, what's going to happen is you're going to jump up to the top bar on the rig. You're going to make your way down to the bottom and then back up. Down, up is 1 rep. Your feet have to stay off the ground throughout the entire movement. Both hands have to touch the bar before moving on to the next. All right, scaling for the bar climbs, we do side to sides here at the box. All right, so you're going to start right here on one side. So I start here, I'm going to go to the other side of that vertical bar there on the rig without my feet touching the ground. There and back is 1 rep. Okay, there and back is 1 rep, just like on the bar climbs up and down. Okay, we're going to look at some situations here with the bar climb. So first, up and down bar climbs. Let's say you go down, up, you go back down to the bottom one, but you fall off. You don't have to start again. You can jump back up on that bottom one and then finish your rep off. All right, so now on the side to side, same thing. You can move from one side to the other side clearly, in control. Then if you fall off, you can jump back up, feet off the ground, move back to the other side. That counts as a good rep. All right, let's quickly talk about how this workout is going to go in this competition. So each lane is going to be designated. Within that lane is boxes that are going to have your pieces of equipment in them. We're going to make this visually pleasing for the crowd so we know who's in the lead and where everybody's at. So you're going to be doing a forward progress for every exercise. Once you get to the bar climbs, you're going to make your way back through that little chipper, again doing the exact same exercise. One note is when you're doing your kettlebell sumo deadlift high pulls, you're going to have to take that kettlebell, move to the next square, and then perform your kettlebell swings. Your judges are going to be there beforehand to help you out, show you what's going to go on. But again, just going to let you know that that's how this workout's going to run.